Hi there. Hi, everybody. It is Thursday. It's May 7th. It is the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown, New York. Live from govsradio.com on your social media, on your Roku and Smart TV and Apple TV and Fire Sticks and websites and stuff. Phones and TVs and tablets and phones and tablets and TVs and stuff. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're happy. Hope you're sane. Hope you're healthy. Hope you're happy.
Taz is watching.
Hello,
and Felix
Taz.
is watching.
And Jessica.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I saw Jessica is watching. I saw it, I tell you.
I believe you.
Felix, today at 2 o'clock, quarantine life with Chef Felix today at 2 o'clock. Chef Felix.
Chef Felix.
Hope everybody's doing well. Our special guest today, calling in around 11:30, will be Chris Cassandro, comedian, funny guy. Last time we saw Chris was right here. In fact, he was sitting, I think, right here.
Oh, wow. In your seat?
In this seat.
Or probably that seat, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I'd have to be sitting on his lap.
But that's a whole different show.
Hey, Chris.
He was one of our last guests. I don't know if it was the actual last day that we had guests in here, but it was close to it. And we have not talked to Chris since. So I'm curious to hear what his life has been like since. Because at the time it was very, we were all still in conspiracy theory mode. Why is everybody buying toilet paper? What's this, suggesting 50 or less people? This is crap. This is crazy. Oh my, how things have changed.
Yeah, things have really changed. Yeah, you hung in there for like a while with that poor attitude of yours.
That poor attitude of mine.
Poor attitude.
I still feel there was a lot of media hype involved. I do.
Well, apparently not.
Well, a lot. Not obviously. Yeah, I mean, obviously there was a lot. Been a lot of. We had to stay in. I get that. There was a lot of quarantine, but at the same, there's not a lot of talk of 97.5 survival rate. Again, no disrespect to the people who have passed. Anybody going through anything like that, it's horrible.
It's really hard. I can't believe you're still. I totally expect you to be like, yeah, I can't believe what a dumbass I was. I thought you'd lead with that.
Absolutely. No, I
still I wish we would have started a month earlier where
yes,
people would be
I agree
alive.
With you. I agree with you.
People have lost both their parents. This is crazy.
I agree 100%. 100% I agree. But I don't agree with that, like a place like Governor's, can't open for another year and a half. I disagree with that.
Well, we don't know, but
that's kind of what they're leaning towards.
You can't make these blanket statements because we don't know, and they're trying to figure it out.
And now, that the, things are, we're past the curve. We're winding down. Well, now let's talk about these murder hornets.
Yeah, well.
They
decapitate things.
They decapitate bees. They don't decapitate people.
I've seen them go to town on a mouse. They're vicious.
All right, on a mouse.
They're what they remind me of? They remind me of remember Monty Python when that killer rabbit would fly out of the castle and rip someone's head off. I'm watching the mouse and I'm it's like Monty Python. All
right, well you were trying to kill a mouse recently. I mean,
I wouldn't hurt a mouse.
You wouldn't hurt a mouse?
No.
Oh, sorry, a rat.
When did I? Yeah.
You had set traps around your house because you thought there might be rats around.
Well, the dogs were barking. Who knows?
Well, all right. So we'll go by that, but not media hype. Media hype is real, but dogs barking. Oh, it must be a rat.
I remember living in California, and there were so many possums. Squirrels would sit on your fence. Possums would just sit on your fence. It was the normal thing. And you actually really never really saw a lot of squirrels. There were always, you saw not as many possums as squirrels.
Too many bunnies.
Enough.
Too many bunnies.
Too many bunnies.
Says Joey Cola. Hello, Taz. Do we say hi to Taz already? Don Silla's watching. Hello, Rosemarie. Hello, Joe Stas. Hello, Susan, the spicy psychic. Call Susan now and get your readings over the phone.
I always smile when I think of her. Isn't that I could just get this stop it.
I didn't say a word. I smiled. You mentioned Susan. I just smiled.
Every time I mention a woman, you picture me having a threesome with them. You're like so weird.
What is?
Yeah,
It's not weird. It's every guy's dream.
No, it isn't.
Hello, Danielle
There's
Asher.
something wrong with you.
Danielle brought us the bad news yesterday that next week on Chick Chat, Eric will be live in the bathtub.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Next week's Chit Chat with Eric and Danielle. Eric is going to be in the bathtub while doing the show with Danielle.
He's going to drop his phone and electrocute himself.
They're going to be shut down because, they're going to see it as pornography. Eric has big boobies.
And chocolate chips all over his chest.
That's right. Joey Petroni's watching. Joan Krupe Asher's watching.
Hey, Joey. Hey, Joan. Joan.
Hey, Joey. Hey, Joan.
I made Joan into like a 2-syllable word. Joan.
Thanks, everybody, for joining in today. So the...
What?
So, as we mentioned, as we talk about governors and things reopening and stuff, next week, when's the 15th? Is that next Friday?
Today's the 7th, if that helps.
So, yeah, that'd be next Friday. The 15th, there is a concert going on in Arkansas by Travis McCready.
Is he a country guy? All country guys are named Travis.
Probably. That is a country name.
Like Wyatt. There aren't a lot of like New Englanders named Wyatt.
Hello, Andrew Cohen. So this Travis McCready is doing a concert next Friday in Arkansas, and all this talk about places reopening and how we're going to do this. Well, this particular concert, forgive me, I don't remember the name of the venue. Oh, Temple Live in Fort Smith, Arkansas. The 1,100-seat venue is reducing their capacity by 80%. So, and they're selling tickets, what they're calling in fan pods tickets, where groups of anywhere from 2 to 13 seats will be grouped together.
Like for example, that would be like a family who could already be together or something.
Right, or you can actually specify if you're not related, if you don't live together, but this group will have seats together even though they're still 6 feet apart.
Okay.
So that's a large area if you get 13 tickets, everybody 6 feet apart. That's a large area. But
Are
again,
the tickets increased?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They have this article I read does not get into the ticket prices.
For $1,200, you could sit and listen to.
But that's the thing, is this? Do you open them back up this way and just hope that this is temporary, and then maybe the venues and the artists can survive off this? I mean, obviously they got to be taking a hit, but maybe they can still survive.
Yeah, they have to come up. They probably already know their break-even point for open up the joint, and then you got to go from there.
And now there's also this Mark Rebellet. I don't know. Forgive me. I don't know who he is, but he's some kind of, I believe, like an electronica type music, electric type music. He announced that he's doing a drive-in tour where he's going to play outside venues, and cars will just drive up and stay, park in their spots, and he'll, be performing for them.
All right, like a drive-in movie theater,
like an old drive-in movie theater.
All right.
So I don't know if that's going to be
the new norm.
But even that's temporary because like here in New York, you only have 3, 4, 5 months. Maybe you can stretch it to 6 months.
Yeah, but in the South,
Well, yeah, they can do it all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if this is going to be the new norm for a while. Hopefully, it's not the norm permanently. See, that's the thing. That's where I go with a little media hype. Because I'd like to see, I think we can get back to, packing them in.
You just can't hear no. No.
No, just like the threesome. I can't hear no.
No.
You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, are you there?
That was me. Sorry.
Hello?
Oh, there he is. Good morning, Mr. Granzade, sir. How are you?
Hi, hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
It's 11:11.
Happy birthday to happy 50th, Sallie. I don't know if it was you or Tony. One of you turned 50, correct?
I'll take that.
Yes, I did last week, and Sally's birthday was last week as well.
Well, happy belated to both of you.
Thank you, pal. And one of your kids recently had a birthday, yes?
Hold on. I mean,
No?
August, Christian's February. Yeah, February.
Oh, wow.
Christian. We're rolling along, Mr. Walker. You know, nobody's been out of my house except for me. I'm the only fucking idiot out in this pandemic.
Yes, but your family must be very happy.
Yes. That's not very nice. You know, that's not. It's true, but you don't have to let everybody know.
Actually, I've been enjoying your videos because we're getting some cool footage of an empty New York City.
Yeah, it's been all right. It's weird, Tony. You know, Sallie, I was sitting in a city like 3 weeks ago, and all they kept saying, I don't mean to bring it down for a second, but death, and then you know you're sitting I'm by myself delivering packages for 12 hours. You break down. But
Sure.
Now it's gotten a lot better. I see what was going on 3 weeks ago to where it is now. You could see as life is starting to get going again.
Yeah, you sound a lot more
Optimistic.
than the last time I don't know if it was. Yeah, I think it was the last time we had you on the air. I know you would. Yeah, you were talking about that. You were in the midst of death, and driving around and just feeling it. You know, and I'm sure it's. Yeah, I'm sure you're feeling it a lot more as you drive around an empty city. It's got to be really strange and surreal.
I have to tell you, from a standpoint of my business, I ended up landing something with one of my larger firms, and I've been delivering for 8 weeks. So I have really been out every day since March 20th. And from what the city looked like then, they didn't even have masks on. People weren't wearing masks. Now everybody's in Manhattan. Everybody's got a mask.
Yeah.
You're not going. You're not allowed anywhere in New York without a mask. So
Sad.
The limousine and taxi industry is now thinking of going like the taxis, where they're putting a partition between the driver and the passenger in the back. So things are changing, but I do notice a lot of life. And the reason why I call, I'm sorry, is just I'm thanking everybody because Al Celeste, the world's oldest intern on Limo Talk, just wrote a nice thing on my timeline about how we've helped him in Govs Radio, and you guys in all the shows, every single one of them, even including Felix. You guys have really just gotten me through a tough time, and kudos. And I listen to other stations because I do have other time. I listen to Sirius XM. I listen to Michael K. I listen to Boomer in the morning and everything else. And we're doing a damn good job, and I think we just need to, just keep focusing on putting out good shows for these people that don't have anything to do.
Right.
So kudos to everybody.
Absolutely. Kudos to everybody, and I think a perfect way to celebrate is a drive-by for Eric's birthday, which is coming up in a few weeks.
I heard about that.
Yeah, he doesn't want one, which is why we're going to put one together. So, and it's been suggested, I'm not going to say by who, but it's been suggested that as we do this drive-by, we all chuck a moon at him.
Yeah, so you have to count like two people in a car, one driver, one butt.
Are we allowed? Well, are we allowed to have? Might have to have.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find someone you're quarantined with.
We just get out of the car and stand on the sidewalk with a big group
Yeah,
shot.
that's true. So if you have like two people in a car, that'll work. If you're only one person, then you can park and just stand on his lawn and drop your pants.
I'm in. Shit, I'm in. All right.
I'm gonna read this. I would like to thank Anthony Graziday of Gotham Grove Limousines for the opportunity to be a part of his radio show on GovsRadio.com. It all started for me with a 24-hour marathon show in which we collected nearly $3,000 for the veteran charity organization Boots on the Ground. I think that was 2008.
I think those numbers are a little overinflated.
It was close. It was close to that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Over the past year plus, Govs Radio has expanded their weekly lineup to a lot of talented people who put forth some great shows. Their media brand is starting to take off with its viewership reaching 80,000 every month. Actually,
that's not even.
I underestimated. I know it's small, but I just thought I underestimated.
Well, the 80,000 though is actually spot on for right now. It did hit January and February. It hit 130,000, but with the pandemic, it's gone down. But still 80,000 a month. And not all of our shows are running, so I'll still take it. So again, thanks, Anthony.
Tell
go ahead.
the Big Shot to come back. Wait a minute. Tell the Big Shot he needs to be out 8 o'clock on Tuesday nights and doing what he's supposed to be doing on Gov's radio. And not only the Anthony Rodia channel. We need him back.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that. Thank you, Govs Radio, for giving the businesses an opportunity to advertise and be seen by 80,000 people. I think great things are ahead for the station, especially with all the talent that surrounds you. Oh, one more thing. Check out Limo Talk tonight starting at 9 p.m. Peace. Yeah, and I'll say that to you, pal. Thank you. It was your idea to offer free advertising to the businesses. Anybody that's open, anybody that's still doing something in their communities, it was Anthony Grazday's idea to offer up free advertising here on Govs Radio.
Don't worry about that stuff. You know what? Let's just be huge. Let's just take over the island. We'll go sections. You know what I mean? Let's get the Hamptons right now, so I can go out there.
Okay, so Joan brought up, which is a really bad idea, Joan. She said women can flash Eric.
Why is that a bad idea?
Because we don't want to make Eric happy. We don't want to show him boobies. We want to show him...
This isn't Opie and Anthony, Joan Croupier show. We don't show our boobs on Wednesday.
Yeah, we want to show big, hairy butts.
All right, and Easy does it with the Opie Anthony stuff. We know what happened to you last time you mentioned them.
Yeah, I did. I got in a lot of trouble, dude. Hey, kudos to all the comedians, too. What's the story? If I wear a hazmat suit, why can't I sit in O'Toole's room and hang out with you two in the afternoon if I'm not busy? What's going on?
Well,
There's a separate room
we
over
just
there.
didn't want you here. It really had nothing to do with being safe. That was...
You might want me a little bit, Sally. I mean, upbeat grass is a good grass.
Yes, I agree with that. An upbeat grass. Somebody should write that down.
You know what?
An upbeat
I don't
grass is
even
good
mind downbeat grass. Like, I feel like that's when his like he's all passionate, and I like when he's like all bummed about something. I don't want you to be bummed, but I think like you're all heartfelt and stuff. It's cool.
We're trying. We're working. We're in discussions with the powers that be to see if we can do something.
Yeah, we're working on. We're actually working on stuff right now.
There's been a lot of discussion and trying to figure something like that out.
Listen, Zarelli got it from Carla fucking Okerson, Mike Keegan, and Tim Saliani monster.
Yeah, I sat in there. I sat in the same studio with those people that night. Like Mike Keegan sitting right next to me as I'm engineering.
While he was dying.
While he's dying. And so, like 2 days later, I see a post from Mike. So I have pneumonia. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, for you don't just get pneumonia. Like, you're sick for like a couple of weeks before it comes to that. So he knew he was sick. Like, I want to punch him right in the face.
So what do we do to that? So then what we fucking do is we take Mike Keegan and we prop him up on a fucking wall, and they do like they did with me at NEW. Throw darts at him. Hopefully we'll hit him right in the ass.
But, I think Carla was the one who got him sick. Like, it's like that whole group was endless. And poor Tim, he ended up in the hospital. I mean, he almost went on a ventilator.
That was one of the stories that got me, too, because that's
absolutely
close.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know if that other guy next to him survived. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really become real.
But
It's almost, listen, I see the hope coming. To everybody at Govs Radio, thank you. I love you all. I'll see you tonight.
Okay.
Knockem Dead, 11 to 1, Limo Talk, Rodia, whenever the fuck he wants to come back with Goomba. What else? Bonnie and Mandy having breakdowns, and Felix getting us fat and jam. Am I close? Did I get up, everybody?
that's perfect. Yeah, sure.
It's like a
See you later.
drive-by
See you.
shooting.
Thanks, pal. Anthony Grazdday, ladies and gentlemen. Limo Talk tonight at 9 o'clock. The always exciting, always interesting Anthony Grazdday, and again, he came up with free advertising for our for local businesses, and him and Mike O'Toole came up with quarantine life.
But Gina has a good point.
What's
she's
that?
like, yeah, the first person we'll bring in the studio is the one who's been all over the city. He'll be the first one. Yeah. So we're always trying to work on stuff to try to make this work. But you have to be respectful of what's going on. We can't just because we want to bring people in or start something doesn't mean we can because everyone wants to. So we have to be just a little respectful on keeping people safe for a bit. No, Felix, we're not getting a coffee maker or a microwave. Again.
Eric Tartaglioni's watching.
He's been doing a great job, Felix. He's been pulling, leftovers out of his refrigerator and making amazing dishes out of nothing. And that's the thing about chefs. we all look in our refrigerators, and we have the same stuff in our refrigerators, and it's the chef who they pull things. It's crazy what they can make out of junk in your refrigerator. So thanks for Felix for getting us through that.
Check him out today at 2:00 for Quarantine Life. Tonight at 6:30, right? Soul Space. Mm-hmm. Limo Talk with Graz at 9:00.
I miss Eric and Susan.
I miss Eric and Susan too. So hopefully we'll see them very, very soon. We have comedian Chris Cassandro calling soon. We do.
They found. Sorry, I didn't.
That's right. Go ahead.
The new phone call.
You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who this be?
I'm so glad that last call you got was from a deranged child.
Hello, Jeff Bosey.
Good morning, guys. I hear him yapping away going, I'm the only one out there. I'm the only one on the front line, and I deliver packages. I'm so glad that he claims to be UPS.
Yeah, he also invented cars and roads. He built New York City.
Grazland.
Well, to be fair, I heard he has a patent on the wheel.
That's correct. Yep.
Meanwhile, he's out there. He's not, you could be mentioning other great shows, like No Rhyme, No Reason also.
Oh, yeah,
I'm a little hurt. I'm a little hurt. I'm while he's out there driving and playing with his, it's a little disturbing.
Well, but be careful what we say, because this whole thing that we got him believing that there's a virus, and that and the fact how well everybody's avoiding him on the highways.
If we
this is really working out well.
all got together just to fuck with Graz, wouldn't that be so funny? Like everyone's pretending that they're in the hospital just so Graz doesn't talk to anyone anymore.
Speaking of No Rhyme, No Reason on Tuesday nights at 6:30 here on Gov's Radio with Jeff Bosey and Rich Rader. This is the first time we're on since your show on Tuesday. Loved it. Loved the show. But I have to say,
yes,
yesterday's Quarantine Life.
I loved it.
Tom Galati unfortunately had to back out last minute. He's going on tomorrow. Rich Rader was supposed to go on tomorrow, but Rich stepped up to the plate last minute. I haven't had that much fun making fun of somebody in a long time, and you were a part of that, Jeff. I think Rich should just do a show where he just sits in front of a camera like that, so we can all just make fun of him.
And and I love Rich. Like, an email went out, and hey, who could fill in Tom's part yesterday, and I didn't even get to really ask anyone, and Rich just emailed immediately. I could do it if you could switch for another day. That's so cool.
Well, to be fair, if you didn't notice his weekly schedule board behind him, it was completely filled with nothing.
Yes, I did notice that. But I also noticed his one wall of Bosey photos.
That's a lot of Bosey love.
That's stalker level 10.
Yeah.
So I was a little creeped out, but yet at the same time, I so enjoy being the no pun intended, the butt of his jokes.
I think you felt a little tingly when you saw how much Bosey love he has.
There were 16 pictures of Jeff Bosey on his wall. How many were there?
It was at least 16, and he claimed to have more.
Yeah, it was 16.
He has mine in the bathroom, in his bedroom.
The best part about it is that he went first. So now I'm up next, and enjoy, buddy. Enjoy indeed.
When is yours?
I'm on the 18th.
The 18th. Okay. Looking forward to that.
I'll just say, I have friends that know how to make large banners.
All right. Uh oh. All right. This is getting interesting. And speaking of interesting stuff happening, tune into Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up this Saturday. There might be something interesting that you might want to see.
Oh yes. Oh yes, indeed. There's definitely changes in the works. It's kind of like a whole little short movie that's going on with this guy.
Agreed, but I'm referring to something else that you might want to take a look at. But
okay.
It's going to be Yeah, it'll be an interesting show on Saturday with Don Sill.
All right. Well, listen,
Very
you
nice.
guys get back to your show. You have a great day. Stay safe. Love
Thanks,
you
Dad.
all.
Love you too.
And also, what Maz didn't tell you is that when he goes in the city, people actually avoid him. That's why the streets look empty every time. So, you guys have a great day. Take care.
You too, buddy. Jeff
Jeff.
Posey, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of nice calls today. Feeling the love from the Govs Radio family.
Yeah, I always feel like it's Monday because we have off Wednesday. Like today feels like a Monday, but it is not.
It is not. It is Thursday.
Oh, it's Thursday because you're wearing red.
Yeah, this is kind of more pinkish, isn't it? But,
It's
but I'm counting it as red so I can wear it on
yeah. What
Thursday.
is that color?
I'm going, it's kind of, yeah, it's just like a pink. Bonnie Scalisi's watching. Hello, Bonnie. Hope you all enjoyed Three's Company last night.
Salmon.
Salmon. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's a little gay.
Yeah, that is.
Speaking of gay, I watched a video of Chris Cassandro doing stand-up from like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something.
Okay.
Well, he acknowledges that he's wearing a gay outfit.
Oh, okay.
So, everybody's saying hi to each other over here. Ken Pichelle. He doesn't see the big deal about the Jeff picture wall. Who doesn't have one of those at this point?
Yeah. Well, good point.
Bobby Inns is watching. Bizarro Pasusu, says Don Sill. I couldn't wait for you, Don, to see that thing. Okay.
So speaking of Mark White
Okay.
and Aaron Milos,
His girlfriend.
what the heck is going on in Portland, Oregon?
What happened now?
Well, they're having a naked bike ride.
What?
Well, apparently this is like something that happens every year. I didn't know about this. Did you know about naked bike rides?
I'm ready to move to Oregon.
June 27th is a naked bike ride that usually has San Francisco, Portland, Oregon, and I don't know, a couple of places in California. And every place canceled but Portland. So they're just going to do a naked bike ride right past Aaron and Mark White.
Turn that down. Hello, Gina Kajemi Coffin.
Hello. First of all, your shirt's like a salmon color. Now we can move
I
on
said
from
it.
that.
I said
Oh,
salmon.
I'm sorry. I must have muted you.
I couldn't. No, I couldn't think of it. Like I was like looking at him, like I know this word, Sallie. Believe in yourself. And then all of a sudden, like it just flew out of my mouth. Salmon.
Salmon, that's it. But I just wanted to make it official, and I'm doing it on the air because Sallie is bullying me and will not
yes.
take no for an answer.
I'm okay with that.
I know you are. I am not going to do quarantine life. Well, and here are the reasons.
You so
First
are
of
doing
all,
it.
like Rich Rada, Andy Pagano just took all the good ideas. All in one
Plagianos.
quick, yeah. And nobody says it right but you.
I know. I love it.
Big pat, Tony, pat her on the back. She's the only one who says it right.
I say it right.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh, God.
Plagianos.
All right, sorry.
Ah.
It took me I had to teach Sally how to
Three
say
or
it.
4 months it took you not to say Plaganos.
You were doing it.
No, I
Yes.
got it right away.
No.
Well, why don't we ask the one who owns the Plaganos name?
There you go. And the other reason why I'm not doing it is because, all right, it's embarrassing. And I hope he's not listening anymore.
Uh-oh.
Rich only had a small little gathering of pictures of Bosie. I actually have a life-size Bosie in my bedroom.
Well, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
And that's where I was going to film from. But, so, you know, and it's just too big for me to move around.
We could make Derek make a balloon, life-size balloon thing of Jeff, and you could have sex with Jeff while you do quarantine.
Oh,
life.
that could be the quarantine life. Yeah, you having sex with a Jeff balloon.
with Jeff Bosie.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Yeah, do
Especially now, you lost some weight,
We'll get
looking
that going.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Brrr.
Okay, yeah, lost weight, and then the husband brings me home McDonald's. Freaking
Son
all
of a
quarantine, I've been dieting. And
Well,
last night
you
he
have to
brings
cheat
home
once.
McDonald's.
I have life-size cutouts of Bosie Graz and Bobby Inns in my bedroom. So, and that's
Yeah, that's just too much information. Yeah, that's just too much information. Sorry.
Yeah, so
you
you're
know.
totally doing it.
No, I'm totally not
You're
doing
so
it.
doing it. All right, everyone
I'm
write in.
saying-
Gina's like, no, I'm not going to do a quarantine live. I'm behind the scenes. I don't. Just freaking do it. If I have to do it.
I don't bring anything to the table.
when is it supposed to be? What's the date?
I don't know because I'm not doing
In
it.
fairness to my bullying, I put it like really towards the end of the month, just so you could like catch your breath about this whole thing.
Well, and then there's also the backup reasons. My goal, and I know, whose show was it that they were talking about goals during quarantine? There was somebody I think it was Chit Chat Wednesday. My goal during quarantine is not to wear a bra.
Woo!
You don't have to put a bra on.
To only
Balloon
wear
Jeff
pajamas.
Bosey will like that.
To only wear pajamas. And to just not do anything with myself for as long as possible to see if after 30 years my husband still loves me as I am.
You don't have to change that.
That's your quarantine life. You can show us your pajama collection.
And people have been doing they've been doing anywhere between like 15 minutes to an hour. Like the people that are like seasoned and stuff, and they really they've been doing the hour. So thank you to them. But the rest of us who don't know what the heck to do because we're not used to this stuff, they've been doing like 15 minutes, and it's been short and sweet. And it's just nice to see the host because we don't really get to see them much.
Yeah, even like Ken Pichelle kicked ass on his.
Yes.
And then he's not always in front of a camera. I think it would honestly be a disappointment. I think me behind the scenes is probably a better place to be. And once in a while, jumping in when I'm in the
a
studio.
Disappointment would be you quitting. I'm the best bullier in the whole world.
You are. You just bully me right through life.
Look, Jeff said that he'll. Jeff's in. We'll get Derek to make a balloon thing. I think that would be totally fine.
Yeah. Well, so just know in the back of your mind, because I don't want to screw up your. Just have a backup because I'm not
a naked Jeff Bosey balloon.
Well, Gina, I'm going to suggest that you give Taz $1 to take your day, and she'll just draw pictures of you.
No, you don't let her
I'm
off your
helping
hook.
Gina. Hey,
No,
I'm upset. You scheduled me for Memorial Day.
You don't get to take people off a schedule that I made.
Gina, I'm going to.
Bye, Gina. We got to go.
Yeah, we're going to take this call, Gina.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, you there? Hello.
Tony.
Oh, there he is.
Tony, is Gina still on?
No. We actually cut her off for you.
Come on.
We actually cut her off for you.
All right, listen, why don't we do this? Why don't we do a group pandemic quarantine that night where we tell everybody to come in and to give them the Zoom number or anything? How about we do that? Can we do that?
Maybe we do something outside.
Well, like an outside Zoom and get everybody in at the same time, like a group, and then we'll just all yell at each other for an hour.
That's not a bad idea. All right, all right, we'll see. Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all.
But only one condition. Wait, there's only one condition. Everybody's got to have a life-size Jeff Bosey picture behind them.
Naked.
Nick, I don't have any Nick. Well,
yes,
Tony,
you do.
you already naked
Yes, you
pictures
do.
of him?
I'll get you one of mine. Don't worry.
Oh, that's got to be awesome.
I got a bunch, and even some of them are autographed.
Is it true?
No.
It's not, huh?
No, it's worse. It's worse.
I knew it was a fucking farce.
Yeah, I think everybody does. Some of mine are autographed, and he didn't use his hand to autograph it.
Oh, that's gotta be fucking holy shit! And when is that show on? Tuesdays at 6:30. Rhyme or Reason?
No rhyme, no reason. Tuesdays at 6:30 with Jeff Bosey and Rich Rader.
What a way to go! Within 2 hours, they go from 2 viewers to fucking 10,000.
It really shows how desperate we are for content on here that we bring those guys in for their own show.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Yeah, I'm gonna take Tuesday at 6:30. We're gonna be on for an hour. We're the lead-in for Anthony Rodeo. Oh, by the way, I have 3 viewers. Rodeo's got 10,000.
You got to start from somewhere.
Right.
Holy shit! All right, I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Speaking of Rich Rader, I think I mentioned already. I loved his quarantine life yesterday. I don't think he was on at the time. Rich, I never had so much fun making fun of you in my life.
Yeah, thank you for stepping up. You did a great job. You're the best.
But on your next one, does he have another one scheduled?
No, I swapped it out with Tom, but
all right. Because I want to see one thing.
you
Rich
could have mine.
One thing Rich didn't cover was that how he put together that beautiful comb over of his that he had going on. So I like to see, I like to get a little lesson in comb. If I grow this out, maybe I can do the Rich Rader comb over.
No, your hair just grows up.
Yeah, my hair goes.
Just
it
it's
goes
just
out. Well, that's what I'm saying.
wiry
So
and up.
yeah, it looks like a Brillo pad. My hair.
Reaches the sky.
It'll go this way, right, and then I can just move it over. Just like that. I'll make that noise.
We'd have to put a beret in. You'd look nice in a beret, baby.
Bad enough you got me wearing salmon. Let's
we should call.
See. No, he was.
Is he calling you?
That's what I thought.
Okay. Your phone is calling.
I'm not. He didn't. He didn't tell me. He didn't tell me if he'd be calling the FaceTime or just calling the studio number.
Does he have the studio number?
Yes, he has both. He has my cell for FaceTime, and I said, you have the choice of doing either one. So
it'll be a surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Derek. Derek, you got to make a naked full-size balloon thing of Jeff Bosey.
A naked full-size balloon thing.
But not now. Like, we don't need it now. We have to. I'll give you the schedule of when it's Gina's quarantine lifetime, and because she needs to have sex with it in her bed.
Kurt Knapp is watching. Kurt Knapp has been living. I'm going to say.
I love Kurt Knapp.
Easy,
I
does
do.
It. He's got all of his limbs. Take it easy.
I love him.
Kurt strikes me as a type that would love a quarantine life. He probably loves all this stuff, just being in his house, smoking and drinking.
Kurt's the best hugger. I'm gonna miss
because he's
taking a year and a half to hug Kurt Knapp.
Yeah, because we don't even see you once he goes in to give you a hug.
I know, he just picks me up like I'm a little rag doll.
Well, see, and you picked on me about threesomes. Look at you getting all excited over Kurt.
I love Kurt Knapp.
Wow. Holy moly. It's a natural comb over, sir. What does that mean?
I don't know.
What's a natural comb over? A comb over is a comb over. You take the comb and you comb the hair over.
In a natural way. You have to sing natural woman when you do it.
He uses organic combs? I mean, what does that mean? He has organic hair? What the hell's the matter with you, Rich Raider? All right, so should we do the ads in case he calls?
I think we should skip the ads today. Is that going to freak Ken out? Or we can't. I just think we're going to all right, we're going to start it when this guy calls and mess everything up.
All right, so we'll save those ads.
We'll do it for 10 to or whenever we're done.
All right, well, I'll do the...
Oh,
there he is.
Go.
There he is.
All right.
Perfect timing. How do you like that? Christopher Cassandro, sir, how are you today?
Good. How are you, my friend?
Doing all right. We were talking about you before. Thank you for calling, by the way. Good to hear your voice.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sorry you're not in the studio like last time. That was fun.
Yes, that was. Unfortunately, that got shut down real fast.
It sure did. Well, that's one thing we were talking about before when we opened our show and told everybody that you were calling in. The last time we saw you, you were here in the studio. You were one of the last guests we had in here as things were getting shut down, and you and I were on the same page at the time. We were saying, we were still at this. This is media hype. Things don't have to be quarantined. What the hell is going on here? Why are everybody going crazy for toilet paper? How are you? How's things been since?
Well, let's see. I still believe that it was. I guess they handled it improperly. It could have been a more targeted shutdown, but once they committed, that's where we're at right now.
Right.
Yeah. But it's been a struggle, it's been a struggle just trying to keep my sanity at the very least, You're sitting at home every day. You're afraid to go here. You're afraid to go there. And then when you do go, you just put your head down. You put your mask on. It's like a Star Wars movie when you go out shopping. It's unbelievable.
It's completely surreal. And what about work? Are you? Because I know you're in the food industry. So are you working or no?
No, so I'm in like we had mentioned last time, so I'm in the food business, and most of my business is done in the city. So, unfortunately, a lot of the places are still closed, and there's few guys that did try to open to handle the takeout and the delivery. It's just not, it's not the same.
Yeah,
they can't
it's like
generate
a skeleton
the same
crew.
type of income. Yeah, and a lot of the people that we deal with, they go after that lunch crowd. So if the lunch crowd's not in because nobody's coming into the city to work, it kind of puts a damper on that. So, I'm kind of like in a limbo situation. I'm I'm on furlough. I'm collecting, the unemployment insurance because
Good.
it's the best option.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's not something that you want to be stuck on for a while because it doesn't take care of the I guess the essentials as they call it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but,
And then
how are you guys doing?
we're doing all right. I mean, we get to we're the only two that are still coming in here because we infect each other anyway at Sally's house, so we may as well come in
Right.
here. And so it's been, and I've said it a few times on the show here. It's just so weird to me. It's still weird to me every day driving up here, an empty parking lot,
Yeah.
an empty building. This place, as you know, is just energetic because of the type of place it is, and because of the people who come in here. And it's a complete ghost town. I'm waiting for the tumbleweeds to go blowing by. I mean, it's really it's the exact opposite of what this place is, and
It should be exactly. It's exact opposite of what you should.
and
be.
it's been this way for a month and a half now, and I just can't get used to it.
You can't get used to it.
No.
That's what I was talking with somebody the other day. I'm like, you seem the longer you're in it, you feel like okay, you're going to adapt to it, but it's just
No.
you just can't get used to it.
No, not
you
at
can't
all.
get used to it. It feels completely different. The good thing is you guys can't develop the same drinking problem that most of us develop because you have to wait until after the show to start drinking.
Right. I guess if you were in the wine industry or something, you'd be essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing. When you see the big boats on the water this summer, those are going to be the liquor store owners because they're getting all the money right
I
now.
know you
Absolutely.
drive up and down the main roads, and like every liquor store's door is like wide open at like 9 a.m.
And they're
9
smiling.
a.m.
Yeah.
But it is odd though. When you drive, I drive down Merrick Road and you just see it's just so odd to see everything closed.
Yeah, we have the same drive. We're on Merrick.
And I love the city, and most of my business is in the city. I'm from Queens, so I've had to delve in a couple of times, and that is just mind blowing.
Yeah,
when you're in that city and you don't see anybody.
Yeah, we were just on the phone with Anthony Graz today. He does a show here Thursday nights called Limo Talk with Graz, and that's what he does. He owns a limo company, and he's been working, and he drives into New York City almost every day, and he posts a lot of videos and talks a lot about just how weird it is to go in. I mean, of all places, New York City, the most electric place in the world, and there's nobody out. It's such a strange thing.
It's amazing. I mean, I've seen blizzards, and you go into Times Square, and there's still thousands and thousands of people.
Right.
And now you go there, and there's nobody. I feel for the people able to go to work
Right.
for the last 6 weeks who have been getting into the city in record time. And then when this gets lifted, I'm going to see how they adapt back to that horrendous traffic that we deal with.
True.
So that's another mental issue that's going to have to be coped with, I'm sure, once everything gets back to normal.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I mean, and that's the thing. What's your opinion? Are things going to get back to normal, or is it, or are things going to be this, a new normal, as everybody keeps saying?
I think there'll be somewhat of a new normal, but I think we as a group, we tend to forget kind of quickly. So I think you'll see a mix. I think you'll see people who will be going about as if nothing happened fairly quickly, and people that are going to go to the extreme. I mean, there's people that I speak with, and whose wife is not going to leave the house for a year. You're going to have that extreme, and then you're going to have the people who are going to be like, hey, well, that's open. I'm walking about. I'm doing my regular business, and maybe a month later the mask comes off, and then this comes off, and it's just a matter of I don't think people are going to be able to really, really be comfortable again in large gatherings. Like when they talk about this, I think about just the sports in general.
Right.
You're running. You go to the Yankee game. We go to the Yankee game. We go to the Stan's Bar and drink, and it's packed. And then you go to the stadium and everybody's crunching in, trying to get in on top of each other. I don't see that. I don't see how that's going to be fixed immediately. I think what I notice is I go to the store and it seems like you look at the line, you're like, oh my God, the line's so big, and then you're like, well, everybody's 7 feet away from each other, so there's only 12 people on the line, but it's a half a mile long. So it's like it's just I think there's going to be somewhat of a new norm. I just don't know what it's going to be. I think the bars are going to suffer, but then again, the young and single, I don't think they're going to really take the precautions that we would.
Yeah,
so
true.
maybe not.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you don't know. What I do think of a lot is, as I've been in lockdown with my family for so long now, it's funny because I told my wife, I was like, after staying up 6 days in a row and you just drinking and drinking and drinking, you really get to know each other better than you've ever gotten to know each other, right?
Well, wait a minute. What is staying up 6 days in a row? What's that about?
Well, not straight, but every night you start you start drinking, and then you just keep drinking and you drink a bottle of wine, and by the time you hit midnight, you're pouring, the feelings and the emotions are all coming out, and you're getting to know each other better than we've ever known each other, right?
So does that mean that you guys are tight, or does that mean a separation's
they're
coming?
they're doing like couples therapy for by themselves.
That's exactly what it is, and that's what I told her the other day. I said, it's under quarantine, we're getting really deep, and after listening to her for 5 weeks, I'm like, I could psychoanalyze her in 6 minutes. But her therapist is going to be out of work, and I'm charging $8 a half an hour right now.
and maybe supplying you with some new jokes, in your act. You're getting some new material.
Definitely, without a doubt. Like I said, if the government's telling me I can't leave the house, my wife's telling me I have to behave while I'm in the house. It's like I don't know what to do anymore.
Hey, speaking of your wife, I just came across a video on YouTube of you doing your stand-up act. It's got to be like that's about 15 years ago. It's like the only one I ever put up there. Right.
Yeah.
Now, is that her that filmed it?
No, that is not her that filmed it. That was an ex-girlfriend of mine that was there that had taped it. But that was the only one.
They're going to have to talk about this in therapy tonight. Thanks a lot,
yeah,
Tony.
We'll
wow, aren't you glad you called today, Chris? that wound ripped right open.
Yeah, but it's funny because I was thinking about recently. I was just like, I feel bad for that poor guy that came home like the day before lockdown, probably living with his girlfriend for 2 years, and decided that, I think this isn't working out. I'm going to move out. And I've been thinking about how odd that relationship must be right now,
right.
because there's nowhere to go.
Right.
But
there's no couches
no one will take
available.
you in. You can't go see. Nobody's going to let you move in with them.
No one's going to help you move your stuff out.
No one's going to help you with open arms. Yeah, come into my house, no problem. So they're probably forced living with, tape lines on the floor and dividing the house into two or whatever the case may be.
He's in the backyard in a tent.
I actually bought a house.
In a tent.
I bought a house one time from a couple they had 2 kids, no less, too, and they were divorcing, and there was actually lines in the house that they could walk.
Really?
And, yeah, there was the downstairs bathroom was one, the upstairs bathroom was the other, and there was lines throughout the house that you could go. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
I
think if I started seeing tape, I would just, I'd hobo it and put a stick with a bag and just try something else.
With a tip, doing your stand-up routine in the outside the lines of Trader Joe's.
Right.
Trying to get some tips.
Get a shopping cart and you just walk through the streets.
But hopefully this will end soon. But who knows? It seems like the information gets changes on a daily basis.
Yeah, but it does seem, at least in our neck of the woods, it does seem to be really slowly, but slowly getting the news seems to be getting a little bit better.
Me and Tony have like a different idea of like the future. Like he seems to think that things are all hyped up and, saying that we're going to be quarantined and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't even think they're completely telling us how long they really feel this is going to take.
No, they're saying that it could be May 15th could be the beginning of the reopening. I mean, I know that's not saying a lot. When we say reopening, we're talking about a small percentage of businesses, but
yes,
it's still the beginning. It's still something.
I think there's going to be like a second and third wave, and we're going to have to brace ourselves.
Yeah, well, what I think is that we can't look to some of these other states that are opening, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're really in the epicenter of it, right? So
Right.
Yeah, we're like our own
it's
country.
a lot worse.
You know?
Yeah, it's a lot worse where we are than where it is anywhere else, right? So I'm assuming you go maybe a couple of months or a month later than everybody else is and follow what they're doing if it's working.
Yeah, maybe.
However, I mean, they're building 4 more pop-up field hospitals for $125 million in Westbury that have to be taken down by November because they're not coded for the winter. So in my mind, it's like, okay, well, if you're not going to use them, why are we building them? And if we're building them because you think we're going to use them, what are you not telling us?
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
because you wouldn't be building more to handle this if you thought we were on the other side
You
of it.
see them like ordering a whole bunch more stuff, and you're like, why are they ordering all the extra stuff?
Yeah, and I and it's funny, and it's like, I don't know, like they tell us everything, but how come they won't tell us anything else? Why don't they? All of a sudden, nobody dies from the flu this year, apparently, or nobody's dying from this, and nobody's dying from that. It's just like you don't know what to believe. You understand? And it's like you don't know what to believe, and at the end of the day, people are people, and at some point, people are going to be like, well, I need to take care of myself, and they're going to go about and do what they need to do to take care of themselves and their family. So I think, that's where we're at. And I think if they don't start to ease into some sort of normalcy, things are going to go to another level that are going to be much worse, and that's just the nature of the beast. There's nothing you can do about that. But it did show you they have great power, though, huh?
Yes. That's the truth. Absolutely.
I think we need to redefine the word freedom because we all walk around like we're free. And everybody's scared to leave their house.
Right. Especially now, they want to implement these tracers so they can see who's getting it, how they're getting it, where it's coming from. And I'm curious now. Now that the curve is now that we're on the other end of the peak, it's okay. What else can we scare them with? Oh, murder hornets.
Yeah, the murder hornet.
Yeah. So
how amazing is that?
Yeah. So now so we weren't scared enough, but now with the nice weather coming, let's keep them inside now because we'll convince them that these murder hornets are going to ruin us.
They decapitate things.
They decapitate bees and mice. Who cares about them?
They could kill a person with like 7 stings.
All right. When was the last time a bee came to you like Woody Woodpecker? Beep, 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 beep.
That's what a hornet does.
Oh, you fight them off.
You don't even know.
You spray yourself.
You don't even know.
Stop it. Go outside and enjoy yourself.
A bee stings once. A hornet will sting you multiple times. That's what they do.
Well, because this hornet does not lose its stinger.
Yeah.
Well, right.
So they just stab at you.
A bee stings you and dies. He's the ultimate sacrifice kamikaze pilot is the bee.
Our friend Rich Rada said it best. The killer bees are very upset they did not have a good marketing team because the best they can do is killer bees, and now these guys got murder hornets.
Yeah,
Murder hornet.
Hornet.
I mean, Jesus, right? If you're not scared enough, call it the murder hornet. But,
exactly.
but I think the one thing that helped was the bad weather.
Yeah.
I think if the weather was nicer and we were 5-6 degrees warmer daily with not a lot of rain, it would have been a lot harder for people to maintain, staying inside. But the weather's going to start turning, and I think they know that. But again, it's the same difference. Like to tell me, well, you can't go here because it's that, but you're fine to go into Walmart, and then you go to Walmart and there's 4,000 people in there. What's the difference?
Right, exactly.
I know.
I'm with you. I'm with you on this one, Tony. They hyping it up. They're getting everybody to just fall into place, and and you're starting to see people, start questioning them,
right,
and start doing their own thing. So, they got to reel that back in. So what's the next step? Oh, well, now let's talk about the next, it's going to return in September. And, it's odd though. I'll tell you one thing, when you're walking in these stores and, everybody's got a mask, it's just, you make this, you paint this picture of what they might look like under the mask.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I know. For some people, you're like, I've never looked better.
Yeah, but it's just like I'm looking at somebody and I'm like, I'm looking at the frame and I'm like, I can only imagine what the face looks like.
And it's killing us. It's killing me because I'm a people watcher. I like making fun of people. I look for the smallest thing I can make fun about. and I can't see their faces.
Yeah,
Damn it.
it really is. It's unbelievable.
So are you? And I feel bad. You know, you talk about people like a guy who was about to leave, break up with his girlfriend and move out. But I feel bad for you. You were all set. You were trying to work your way back into comedy life. Are you are you writing? Are you motivated to write at a time like this? Or
Yes, somewhat. But what I'm finding is in my, I guess when I try and write my comedy, I try not to, I stay away from politics in general, right? So what I'm finding is I'll turn some of the outrage into something funny, and then I read it and I'm like, it could be perceived as political, and that's not the kind of guy I want to be. So I'm trying to find the lighthearted things that are happening throughout the quarantine and write that. But yeah, and it's funny because I actually got out yesterday morning to play 9 holes at in Massapequa Peninsula Golf Course, right, very early. And I was with three gentlemen from the neighbor that I know through my son that we all met through the kids. And they were all psyched for the comedy act that we were going to do at the Little Room. And they said, they were like, "Oh, it sucks. You were getting ready to do this." I said, "Yeah, in time it'll happen again." But this was the one that was killing me. The first week I had some stuff I had to deal with, and right after we went under lockdown, because I remember I had mentioned I had a good friend, my mother's best friend had it, and she actually did pass away. So I do know 6-7 people that have passed, but they all fall into that number. They all fall into that category. They were older. They were underlying conditions. So it's, I go to people like, yes, I've seen the death of it as well, but it still fits the narrative of where these people are dying. So those are the people that still need to be concerned and that they should be worrying about. So, and then not being able to come back in, because my plan was to pop in with you guys like 2 days a week and just, start really getting into it and familiarize myself with, being in front of the mic again. And it kind of sucks because it took the back burner. However, that being said, even when things go back to reopening, I guess, my business is still that city end of the business. It's not going to be as great, and I can handle most of my stuff from phone and from computer. So I think I'm still going to have some more time than I'm accustomed to, just by the nature of the way things are being run now. Most people are going to be working from home. Right. So if I call them, they're going to be at home. There's no need to go into the city to see them. Right. So it's kind of like a catch-22. But yeah, I mean, it put everything on hold.
Yep.
Put everything on hold.
And hopefully, when we're back running things normally in the studio, you're absolutely welcome back here as much as you want. And hopefully the club and hopefully everything is back up running soon. I think people are dying to get out. I think people never wanted to work so much in their lives.
I know, right?
You know what? It's amazing. It really is. And the one good thing that's going to come out of this is that it's not a dire situation where everybody's running through life savings because you can't spend money anywhere. So if you get, you can't spend the money. So I think people are going to be in a position where,
yeah,
true.
Yeah, gas is. I mean, I'm getting 30 days to the gallon, I believe, right now, or something.
Right.
I paid $1.25. Yeah. I think I put like $10 in like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's amazing, And the one thing I do think, and I thought about this yesterday was, I think this is going to be a moment where, you're going to see. I think we're going to start taking advantage of things that we. We were taking advantage of and I mean by like vacations and stuff like that. And there's so much just in New York State and in the country that I think people are going to be, instead of going, flying on a plane, they're going to say, hey, let's get in the car or let's rent an RV. Let's go to the Yellowstone. Let's go to the canyon, whatever the case may be. So I think there's going to be a lot of influx. I think the economy is going to be fine. I think that's not I think it's the mental issue that's driving everybody nuts. I don't think the money is the biggest concern at this point, really. Yes. I mean, it's amazing to say that after 7 weeks, But, like people say to me, like, how you doing? I'm like, well, I'm okay. I'm good with the COVID, but, I'm getting killed with the menopause being in this house.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Everybody's just concerned about, health, and money is not the main issue. So yeah, hopefully we come out of this soon and a little more appreciative and just better perspective and have a little bit more fun. Yeah,
I know. I think so. I think my biggest hope is that people, the concern they're showing stays. and
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
and people might be a little bit nicer with each other and a little bit, you know, less relaxed, less uptight, and not always in, I guess, that constant me and immediate rush
Yeah,
we're
I hope
always
so
in.
too.
Yeah.
You know, maybe somebody will take a step back. You know, the older lady, yeah, go ahead, go first. You know, it's that
Right,
you kind of
right.
hope that kind of, you know, because if I guess if all this happens and nothing changes, then you know we keep drilling the core drill down deeper and deeper as a society. So I think as a society, if we don't recognize what we're doing, what we've been through, and what the future should look like, then I guess it's a wasted opportunity, so to speak.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, you got to take the good with the bad, right?
Absolutely. And there's always a positive over, you know, with everything. So hopefully, I'm with you, man. I'm with you 100%. All right.
Yeah.
That's our time. So Chris, thank you, pal, for hanging out with us again. And hopefully we'll see you soon. If we'll see how long this crap is going. But if we, you know, we will get you back on the phone in a few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate taking the time. I mean, it's tough, you know, trying to be extremely funny when you're trying to just adjust to all this going on. But
right,
it was
we
great talking
always
with
have
you.
that trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was great talking to you too. And no, that's fine. We cover, you know, we joke around, we cover everything. So it's fine. It's you know, that's what's going on. How do you avoid it? So especially when there's nothing else to talk about. Nobody saw a comedy show. Nobody saw a concert. So we can only talk about movies on Netflix so much. So,
oh my God! And one quick question: How did you like that old set?
I thought it was really funny. You had you had a bit. You had something about your mother that I really liked. I liked how you made fun of your own outfit, calling it, you know, like it was a gay outfit.
My gay rodeo.
Yeah. I forgive me. I don't remember, you know, particular parts, but no, I thought it was really great. I thought it was solid. I mean, you did a good solid 7 minutes.
Good, thank you. I appreciate that.
My pleasure, man.
I'm excited to get back on. But you guys stay well. Take care of yourselves. I'll be in touch, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
See you, man. There you go, Chris Cassandro, ladies and gentlemen. Great guy. We really enjoyed having him here that day.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, quick. I know it's just about time for us to go. Right, I'll do the quick governor's announcements here. Governors Radio would like to thank all of you for choosing Govs Radio to watch during quarantine. Now is a great time to show your favorite show some love. To enter to win free pass to Governor's Comedy Club. Go to teespring.com and get your swag with the Govs Radio logo on it. Mugs, hats, T-shirts. Go to teespring.com, scroll down to the search bar, type in Govs Radio. This will bring you into our store where you can purchase T-shirts, mugs, and more for every show on our station. To enter for the free pass, all you need to do is take a picture of yourself with your mug, your T-shirt, your towel, etc., and send it to us. We will post it on our page. The 6th picture received will get a free pass to Governor's Comedy Club when they reopen. We'll do more than just the 6th. We'll do a bunch. And I have to read the other announcement I need to get out of this. Don't forget on Gov's Facebook page, Governor's Comedy Club Facebook page, they have their joke off where some of your favorite comedians are posting jokes. That you can rate the jokes. You can rate the jokes and give it 5 stars, 1 star, as many stars as you want. And and it's a lot of fun. A lot of great comedians posting jokes there. So go to Governor's Comedy Club's Facebook page. We'd like to thank our listeners, old and new, and remind you that all 3 clubs will be open as soon as the guidelines from the government allow us to. In the meantime, we have cleaned and sanitized each club and put measures in place such as paper menus, social distancing of tables, and reduced capacity to assure the safety of our employees and guests. So we're looking forward to Governor's Comedy Club opening back up so we can have a lot of fun with you guys. Right now we are in a pandemic. People and businesses are dying until they reopen fully. And even after that, it's going to take some time. We should be embracing all Long Island businesses that we know are open and struggling. If you are one of those businesses, please leave us a message with hours of operation and specific instructions like curbside deliveries or website orders on the email. Please email us here on Facebook, our Facebook page, or govsradio@optimum.net, or you can email us through our website, govsradio.com. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to help you out, which we hope helps us out as well. So with that said, Don't forget to get your tequila, One with Life organic tequila. Tequila. Why do I keep saying tequila?
Because you don't drink.
Yeah, but I never said tequila in my life.
It's like La Quinta Inn. People are always like, the La Quinta Inn.
One with Life organic tequila. One with Life, OWL, Owl. Owl Tequila is New York owned and a woman owned business. Lisa Elovich created One with Life organic tequila in 2015. It has received numerous awards and high ratings, including a 94-point rating from Wine Enthusiast, and they also included Owl on their list of top 100 spirits. Don't forget they have promotions all month at the Grata do Fuoco bar in Long Beach. And I know I got that wrong. There's no way I'm getting Grata de Fuoco? Grotta. Grata? D-O.
We should probably redo this and make it a little smoother.
Fuoco.
Fuoco. It's really like, a little rough. We'll work on this.
I don't know what you're talking about. Right there. Go check out One with Life organic tequila. If you mention Knockem Day Comedy, you get 15% off. Excuse me, $15 off. $15 off when ordering One with Life tequila online. Go to onewithlifetequila.com and get some of that good stuff today. And we thank them for advertising with us. We thank all of you guys who have advertised with us. All Music in Plainview advertised with Jam the other night. Felix has been doing a whole bunch. And speaking of Felix, don't forget Felix is on at 2 o'clock for Quarantine Life. Soul Space is on at 6:30 tonight with Georgia. And, of course, Limo Talk with Graz tonight at 9 o'clock with Graz and the boys. Hope you all enjoy the shows. Keep it locked at govsradio.com on your smart devices, on your computers, on your social media. And Sallie and I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Do we have a guest tomorrow?
Not yet.
Not yet, but we will. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Whoa. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. right here on govsradio.com.